The Chinese government, under the administration of the Chinese Communist Party, have incarcerated an estimated 1 million Uyghur Muslims in internment camps. To place things into perspective, this is the largest scale detention of ethnic minorities since World War II. So this guy is really wanting to be known amongst the elite of the world's worst criminals like Hitler and Stalin. Thousands of mosques have been destroyed and hundreds of thousands of children have been forcibly separated from their parents.
She tells us about the cruel conditions in the camps, about torture and humiliation.
Xi Jinping's government policies include the arbitrary detention of Uyghurs, forced labor, political indoctrination, severe ill treatment, forced sterilization and forced contraception and forced abortion. Government statistics show that in mostly Uyghur populated regions, birth rates have fallen a whopping 60% between 2015 and 2018, whilst the birth rate for the whole country only decreased just under 10%. This is the modern day genocide of an ethnic minority, whilst the whole world watches on. Human rights are only supposed to protect those who are deemed to be human, quote unquote, by the West. We've seen the hypocrisy of the West and how they treat one peoples in comparison to another.
But this isn't a place, with all due respect, like Iraq or Afghanistan, that has seen conflict raging for decades. This is a relatively civilized, relatively European, I have to choose those words carefully too, city where you wouldn't expect that or hope that it's going to happen.
We as an ummah should know by now that our answers are not found in the Western hegemony. It is found in the ummah standing together with one voice in support for one another. The Prophet ﷺ, he said, the believers in their mutual kindness, compassion and sympathy are just like one body. When one of the limbs suffers, the whole body responds to it with wakefulness and fever. We may not have all the answers on how we can solve the issue that our Uyghur brothers and sisters have been facing since 2014. We may not have the direct influence to politically put an end to this genocide, but we will stand in solidarity with our brothers and sisters. We will show our pain and discomfort. As their pain is our pain, we are one body, one ummah, all worshipping one God. We remind our Uyghur brothers and sisters the words of the Prophet ﷺ to the family of Yasir, who were being tortured, and the Prophet couldn't do much. So he says to them, صَبْرًا آلَ يَاسِرْ فَإِنَّ مَوْعِدَكُمُ الْجَنَّةِ. Have patience, O family of Yasir. Indeed, your appointment is Jannah. Raise awareness and speak up for your Muslim brothers and sisters. It's the least we can do.